Hi, guys. All right, so I am here on a Thursday. I know that's probably weird. I am going away for the next, for this weekend, but I'm gonna be gone for this weekend and next weekend. So I will probably be doing Thursdays until like mid-May, just as a heads up. Thursdays or Sundays. It depends if I can get back on time for Sundays. So we're going to be doing our readings for the day with the Light Seers Tarot. And then anyone who uses, sends a little tip my way, you get to skip the queue, and I will pull some oracle cards to go along with your reading as well from the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle. And this is what we're going to be using for our community read. It feels very weird to do a community read like on a Thursday. I don't know why, but let me get this all shuffled. I really love the Earth, Moon, and Shadow. It's by a creator who is actually local to me, and she's super sweet. All right, so we have our first card. We have Sacred Law. This card is about rituals, boundaries, and practice. Ooh, I wonder if this has to do with I feel like this is talking about, whatever. It doesn't have to really be magical, but it's really funny because I was just in a really fun discussion in a witches chat about our practice and stuff like that. So I feel like this card in general, just for the community at large, is about, tapping into whatever practice you've had for yourself, whether that be an affirmations practice, or maybe it's just some routine you have to de-stress, like meditation or something like that. I wonder too if it's something that you have been meaning to journal or write about, but you have not really been doing it. Let's see what else we have. We have the Chameleon, adaptability, shape-shifting, conformity. I don't know what I thought that word said at first. I like this as well. So maybe your ritual that you've been doing, if you've been doing it for a while, you might feel like you're in a bit of a rut. It's time to shape it a little bit, change things up, do something a little different because it might have worked well in the past, but it's not working well for you now, or it's just not, packing as much of a punch, whatever your your daily routine is, or just weekly routine, whatever that may be for you. I do think that allowing these changes in your day-to-day will help it conform to the things that you need right now. Let's see what the last card is. Welcome to the queue, everyone. Hi, Black Widow. Hi, Ritu. Let's see. We have Ocean Tides, individuality, strength, and formlessness. I feel like in doing these things and working on these small changes and adapting your rituals, your whatever it is that is special to you, adapting that to yourself will really help you find yourself, help you tap into whatever it is that makes you you. And really just give you the strength to stand in your own convictions and stand in your true self and just exude that confidence. I really like the blue tones that are going on here. There's like this element of peacefulness. Over here, we have that a lot of that earth and greenery you see in a forest with a little bit of the blue skies. And then we start to introduce a lot of this flowiness that happens over here. So I feel like this is saying that right now as a community, we kind of need a little bit of healing, a little go with the flow, start to, just change and ebb and flow as needed. And then here we have like the rising tides. This is where, and the tide is affected by the moon. So it's like saying, my cat is already here, like begging for uppies. Hold on, guys. All right, Luna. So what was I saying? Oh, the we have here, it's like tapping into that moon power, that moon energy. If you guys don't know, we have a lunar eclipse coming on the 5th of May for the full moon. Ooh, maybe this is saying this is something you should do for the full moon if you do moon magic or moon rituals and stuff like that. Tap into that chaotic energy of the eclipse, tap into that strength and that battery that you can get from the full moon as well. I really love these cards. Luke, I don't think they will ever be released on Amazon, honestly. Unfortunately. All right. So if you guys want readings with to include some of those cards, oops, you can use my Ko-Fi links and a little tip, and you will get pushed to the front of the queue as well as some oracle cards. All right, I'm going to warm up the deck. We have in the queue right now, we have Luke, we have Yara, Ariana, Black Widow, Ritu, and Fatima. So if you didn't hear your name, make sure you use exclamation point join to enter. All right, Luke, let me know what your question is. And I'm going to get this deck all warmed up. Move some stuff over, make some room. You comfy there, Luna? You comfy? She's sitting on my lap, so it's making like everything difficult. And she does not like the sound of shuffling cards, so try not to scare her so I don't get all scratched up. Okay, so your boyfriend and you started dating in, I'm gonna have to minimize that just so you guys can see the screen, but March, so last month. How long was he like MIA? All right, let's see. Let's pull some cards. Just curious how long he was MIA. Let's see if you should keep dating him, Luke. Let's see. One more. Let's see, one more. All right, Luna, are you gonna get, you want down? No? Okay. Sorry, she's being weird, guys. So you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Six of Swords, and then you have the Devil in reverse. So yeah, this is definitely leading to don't bother anymore. But I always caveat that, you know, I'm a girl slinging cards on the internet. Please, you know, don't make drastic decisions based off of my cards. Go with, you know, how you're feeling, your gut, and your own knowledge of the situation. But with that being said, I'm going to read off, you know, what I'm seeing in the cards. So, like, first and foremost, in the center of your reading, you have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is about, you know, starting to process moving on, you know, realizing that you're holding on to baggage and you kind of need to leave it behind and start to push towards bigger and better things. The on the left hand side we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and this is where things are just dull, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is usually a more like slow and steady kind of night, but in reverse, they can be really dull and lazy, really puts no effort in, just has no focus, and like just really not wanting to put the time and energy and passion that the knights possess into whatever it is that is going on. So in this case, it happens to be you and your relationship. And then in we also have the devil in reverse. This is more so like the advice I feel like for you. The devil in reverse is about finding that freedom, letting go of that codependency, letting go of the things that just kind of bring you down and don't serve you anymore. So I feel like this is a very, very clear message about, you know, this person's not working out, things are dull, stagnant, they're not really going anywhere, and you need to move on. And if you look, like these two people aren't even facing in the same direction, so they're not on the same page at all. Um, and then I kind of see the Six of Swords as you in this reading. You are facing the devil in reverse, and it's like you're looking ahead, looking and moving towards finding ways to free yourself of this situation here with the knight in reverse. All right, bye, Luna. So yeah, Luke. I don't think you know you can always change things around based off of like communication and if things start to change, but just based off of the energy that I see right now, it's not really fun times, in my opinion. But I will say too, um, so you have the only swords here is the Six of Swords. Swords in general is about, that inner thoughts. Sometimes you're just really more so internal things. So and communication. So processing things mentally, but communicating them. But the Six of Swords is not really wanting to do that. So if you do if you are like kind of against what the cards are saying and you want to give things a try, I recommend communicating with them. Hope that helps. Yara, you are up next. Let me know what questions you have. Guys, make sure you like the video. It helps with the algorithm. um, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe just because especially because I'm going to be in flux over the next few weeks. I don't want you guys to miss out on my live streams. But I will say that if you guys are into tarot and you like the light tears deck, but it might be a little too big or whatever, Hay House is coming out with a pocket edition, I believe, if they haven't already. So just keep your eyes out if you're into that. Okay, Luke, I'm glad you and the cards are on the same page because I know that can be a touchy subject. Okay. Will Carbach make a move towards you next month? Okay. Carbach make a move towards Yara next month. I don't know why I thought there were two cards there. No. But I think they are interested. I just don't think that they are in the right space to be making any moves yet. So we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, we have the King of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Ace of Cups. Oops. Let me slide that up. Sorry. So you have two wands here, right? And the wands and cups kind of muddle each other out. So this is leaning more so towards the wands being a more prevalent part of the reading and just the cups being a little bit under the surface. Um, so with the Ten of Cups in reverse, I feel like, I think that did this person get out of like a relationship recently or just kind of get over some sort of obstacle recently? Because the Ten of Wands is saying like they are feeling like they have a weight lifted off of their shoulders, feel like they can finally like just take a moment to breathe, and they kind of have that like freedom to do stuff. um But the King of Wands in reverse is um is really not a cool person. So the King of Wands is really uh I guess a good way to put it, the King of Wands is he can be really, really harsh. So kings are really cerebral and then the wands have a lot of passion. So a lot of I feel like in reverse, this person can be really explosive and when things don't quite go their way. And I feel like maybe they are entering this era where they're trying to figure that part of themselves out. And there isn't really inviting a lot of room for emotional connections, but it is something that they want. So I don't think that this is anything that's going to happen soon. Wands is telling me, like, okay, this is something they're going through right now. This is something they have to get through before they can enter this cups phase. Cups, even though this is the ace of cups, this is more so like a little down the line. So I feel like it's a few months from now, but not next month. Um, let them process, go through having to be a little selfish right now, and then maybe see if they have a change in demeanor and then reassess, see if things have changed. So I would give it a month to check back in. Hi, BB. Welcome to the queue. Welcome to the chat. Hope you guys are doing well. Just a reminder, we're doing readings from the Light Seers Tarot. If you are enjoying the readings, make sure you like this video. It helps with the algorithm. Oh, welcome from Amino. You're welcome, Yara. Okay. You're gonna be a model? That's so cool. Like, what kind of model? Just like a all kind of things model, or like I don't know. I'm literally like basing my understanding of the world of modeling off of America's Next Top Model, which is not a good reference. Okay, let's see. How will your love life be after you become a model? Come on, there we go. This one tried to slide itself back in, but I got it. Let's do this last one here. Ooh, it seems like you're gonna have a really interesting love life. I think it will be I mean, I think that it will be ultimately happy. Let me slide this up. I always forget like my little zone here. So you have the Hermit, the Two of Cups, and then the Page of Cups. So I guess I'll kind of start with the Page of Cups and then um you can use my Ko-fi link, BB. I'll start with the Page of Cups, and then we'll kind of just work our way back. I think that's how it feels. So I feel like you're going to really attract like I don't I don't know what you consider hot, but I'll just describe it, and then we'll go from there. So the pages are really the youthful energy of the court cards. They can be a little immature, but they are oftentimes the ones that are studious, ready to learn and invite new things into their lives. Um, so here you have that cup energy or that water energy from the cups, and then you have that pentacle energy from the pages. So I feel like you get a little bit of stability, but remember they are a little more youthful, maybe someone that's a little bit younger than you, or someone newer to the field that you're in, for example. But the Page of Cups is someone who wants to be romantic, is really kind of a like creative soul, and they also could be really in touch of their like intuitive side, really in touch with their nurturing side, all of that energy from that water element there. So on the other side here, we have the Hermit. I really like the Hermit card in this aspect because this is about finding what works for you from within. So instead of relying on these outside sources like these guys, like whoever the guys are, this is more so like looking within to see that there is that right person for you. If you prefer older guys, it could just be someone who is like your age or maybe a little older, but they have a youthful energy. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. At least for me, I'm not personally that good at that. Um, so with the Hermit, I think that this is saying like when you start to get into that like dating sphere, you should make sure to always check back in with yourself. Make sure you are illuminating the correct paths for yourself based off of what you need or what you want at the moment. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Sometimes the hermit can be about being alone for a bit. So maybe this is something that's not going to happen right away, like right when you become a model. This might be something that happens down the line as you are in the field, maybe start to meet people, that kind of thing. And then in the center, we have the Two of Cups. This is really where the unionship is coming in. I think that, you know, based off of the cards that are in this deck, I want to say that you probably are not going to have like the athletic, like, macho kind of dude. It seems more so of the people that lean more towards the art. So if you have in the past been into that as well, I personally find people that are talented, like musicians and stuff, really, I find that attractive because I am attracted to talent. So if that's something that's up your alley, then that's what I kind of see in this. But I do see this partnership that is coming your way. Once you get into this field, once you start to work through this. Um, you're not gonna wait to meet people. What I mean is s you're going to wait in terms like, you'll meet people, don't get me wrong, but you may have to wait a little bit to meet the, like, right person. I feel like, a lot of times, like, when my friends have types or whatever, they end up finding their forever person who is not at all like the person on their list. But you never know. I could be wrong. You'll have to let me know in the future. Um, Ali, use exclamation point join to enter the queue. No, like, mm, I mean, I would say they might even look youthful too, just based off of the page. Um, well, yeah, I mean, I guess really, especially if you're a talented model, that would be sort of creative, right? Because I mean, I'm not in the modeling field, so that's fair. I could be wrong. All right, Black Widow, you are up next. Let me read off who's in the queue. So just in case you are not sure, I have Ritu after Black Widow, and then I have Fatima, BB, and then Mr. Right. I don't know. Ariana, I've noticed that like people don't attract the people that they're attracted to. It's just I don't know why that works. I wish I was interested enough in psychology to care to look that up. TD, if you want to join the queue, use exclamation point to join. I don't know. I can't really, like, relate. I don't have, like, a physical type. I just look I'm attracted to, like, character. So I don't know. Yeah, Black Widow, go ahead and put your, question in the chat. So it's hard for me to, like, relate, Ariana. So you just want, like, a general on how your finances are, right now, or yeah, I guess right now because you do say for the moment. I mean, looks are a bonus, but I don't have a singular, like, looks type. Like, um, I remember I was talking to someone, we were, of course, talking about Marvel, and I was like, "Oh my god, uh, what's his name? Jeremy Renner is super hot as, I don't know, Hawk Boy, whatever his name is." And then I was like, "Man, I really love myself some Tom Hiddleston. He's super hot." And then I was like, "Whew, Chris Hemsworth can get it." And they were like, "Who? What is your type?" And I was like, "I don't have one. I just like characters." TD, um use exclamation point join to enter the queue, TD, or else I can't skip you past people. So, all right, let's see. General reading on finances. I understand, Ariana. I know I'm probably the weirdo in this scenario. One more. Mm, sort of, Luke, but not really. Not physically. There's no one thing that's like that I'm like must have. Um, okay, so we have for you the Knight of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have here the King of Pentacles. So, not gonna lie, the King of Pentacles worries me a little, paired with the cups here, because I worry that, you know, I worry that you might be focusing a little on the wrong things with your finances. So I am not like a financial planner or anything like that. So please, seek out like a mentor or professional if it comes to that. But the way that I see this, we have the Knight of Cups. I wonder that you are focusing on the parts of the finances that might be a little easy, that you really like, and then that you can use to make you happy versus what the things that you actually need to do. Because here we have at the center the Ace of Cups. So this is telling me you are being creative with your finances. You are starting something new. You have that potential, but with the King of Pentacles on the other side in reverse, I just worry that there is still a little bit of just not quite the right focus in terms of your finances. So one of the big things about the King of Pentacles upright is usually they have sort of like a financial eye for things. They understand how to be both productive but conservative in terms of just the physical resources around them. So it could be within their home, within their finances, at their work, stuff like that. But in reverse, there's a little bit of this wastefulness that is going on. So it's like you kind of are, maybe are you still like spending a little bit on certain things, or maybe have you not quite cut back enough on the things that you should because you really like them, or they make you happy, and you just instead are hoping that you can maybe pinch a little bit more from a different side of things. Um, Hoping that it will work out, but it's still out of balance. So you still have this instability that is happening. So I would say that, I don't think that it's terrible, honestly, especially with the Ace of Cups in the middle. You have this idea that you can really start something new in terms of your finances. Um, it's just maybe not quite working out just yet. So I would say maybe a little bit more adjustment, refocus how you are doing your finances, how you're doing your savings, and what you're spending money on. And are you kind of turning a blind eye because you think you're saving well in one area, but you really, really enjoy something, so you're putting too much money towards it instead. Um, Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, my cats are just like out of pocket today. They're like, you don't do live streams on Thursdays. You do live streams on Fridays. What are you doing? Um, so hopefully that helps a little. Kitty, use exclamation point join, but just a heads up, I'm not gonna do that reading. I don't do like legal stuff. Not like that. Mm, that that would do it. Um, I don't think you're gonna be like, shit out of luck or anything, but there will be with that King of Pentacles in reverse, it's definitely gonna throw the budget out of whack. Yes, Apollo. Why are you downstairs screaming? Yeah. Ritu, add your question to the chat. Hey, Geraldine. Good luck with the car purchase, though. I mean, that's still an exciting milestone. I and I know how the car market is just crazy right now. Guys, use exclamation point join to enter the queue. If you don't enter the queue, I'm not reading for you. Hi, Jasmine. Okay, let's see, Ritu, what Prashant's mom Sumin intentions are. Okay, mom's intentions. Let's see, second card. Here we go. Oh. And then we have. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, Four of Pentacles, and then the Death card in reverse. I really don't think she wants to have any intentions towards you, honestly. So we have the Four of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. The fours, I always mix up my tarot numerology, so let me double check that for you. But I feel like the fours are about like manifestations and stuff like that. One of these days I'm going to remember all of them and you guys are going to be shocked. Okay, so it's about endurance and manifestation. So I really think she is enduring you and not really trying to find any intention toward you. I just feel like she's very apathetic and would be okay if you weren't around. And sorry, Black Widow, you are totally welcome. The Four of Cups is exactly, about being apathetic. So you're being, you're around her or whatever, she knows that you're around, but she'd rather just not deal with you. There's really no desire to connect with you emotionally. And then over here, I feel like she worries that maybe you are, hoping to get something financial out of this, so she is very guarded with how she spends money around you, or if anybody, if her resources or time and energy are being spent towards you. She would rather just keep it to herself. Um, we have the death in reverse. So in reverse, I feel like, this can lean a few ways. I feel like in regard to everything else that's going on, death in reverse is more like saying it's like slow to change, mm, r- really being immobile, right? So there's this immobility towards you. And I really don't think she wants anything, to do with you, honestly. I feel like that's really sucky to tell someone, but I don't see any intention. I just think she would rather keep to herself. Um so sort of disappointing reading. I don't know what you were hoping for in terms of this person, but like hoping they had a better connection, but yeah, it's just unfortunately not there. And I don't think that they want it to be there. With the death in reverse at the very end of that reading, I think that it was pretty like set in stone, just like this. And it's not even a stubbornness at that point. It's just like the mind has been made up. Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't even go as far to say, yeah, I guess I could say she probably doesn't like you. It's probably a fine way to put it. Um she just rather, you do you and she does her, and that's how it's going to be. Um so to enter the queue, guys, use exclamation point join to enter. Fatima, go ahead, put your question in the chat. 1 second, guys. Okay, so sorry, guys. Um, my cat dropped the biggest deuce in the world. Um, Yara, I do one question a night. Unless you tip, then I will gladly do another one for you. Let's see. Jasmine, let me find your question. Or Fatima, I'm sorry. Okay. So you want to know if you'll repeat your exam if you get the degree you want. Let's see. Exactly, Keith. It was bad. I couldn't concentrate. Let's see if you repeat your exam, will you get the degree you want? Oops. I think I picked my deck upside down, guys. So, 1 second. I did. So, make sure you guys don't put your questions in before I ask, because I promise I will not scroll up to look for it. We have the Four of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, and then the King of Pentacles. I think that the short answer is Yara, I have my Kofi, but so you can use my Kofi or PayPal through Kofi. Um so the short answer is I think yes. The long answer is it will take work, right? So I think that you will have to really, really dive deep. So we have the Six of Swords again that kind of popped up earlier. Um, this is about moving on and transitioning. So, however, you did your exams before, you might want to try a different method of studying or preparing, or however. I really don't know what the BAC or back exams are. So, um, I can't really like dive too much deeper into that. But make sure you are sort of changing how you did things before. Don't dwell on past failures or past struggles in regards to this exam. It's really like starting fresh, putting that behind you and pushing forward. Um Over here we have the Four of Cups. So in this aspect, the Four of Cups is a moment of contemplation. So I feel like this is saying that you need to to really sit down and reflect on what you need to do in order to do better or to do well on this exam. And it's like this period of stillness. I mentioned in the last reading that fours are about manifestation as well, so maybe focus on manifesting what it is you want to um, get out of this exam. The King of Pentacles is really what like solidifies this like yes for me, because the King of Pentacles is like he is the king that it kind of puts his mind to work and really can just get the most out of whatever he puts his mind to. So um pentacles represent, it can represent anything in our physical world. So in this case, I think it represents your studies, represents this exam, and just schooling in general, I would say. So having this king of wands energy at the end of this reading is a really great sign. Just kind of like bossing up, you really like just kind of take what you need um out of this exam, and you're like it's really cool because he's sitting with the kind of like chill and sitting with the pentacle in his lap, and it's like, okay, this is like you sitting with your degree, like I made it, I figured it out, I put my mind to it and I got it. So I think that the king ending here with that just air of grasping or grabbing onto success is really what's giving me this yes here. But everything else here is a sign that you still need to put in the work. Maybe just rethink your process or methods going into it. My Apollo, you stinky butt. Okay. So I have BB up next, Mr. Right, Jasmine, and then Jazz, two men. um if you don't see your name in the if you don't see your name, make sure you use exclamation point join to join the queue. All right, so BB, go ahead and put your question in the chat. Jazz, I'll be honest, Jazz, two men, I don't like to do legal stuff, man. That's usually it's like bad luck to me. Whew, it's time to get something to drink. Let me refresh my deck here. Yeah, for sure, Fatima. But if you do that, then I think you'll be good to go. You're welcome. All right, Keith, go ahead, put your question in the chat. Apollo, you're a smelly butt. If you missed it, I am doing readings from the Light Seers Tarot. If you'd like oracle cards added to your reading from the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle, you can go ahead send a little tip my way using my Kofi link. Oh, thank you, thank you, Luke. Let's see how this Gatorade is going to be making you feeling. Ooh. Okay, Butterfingers here. There we go. One more card. So you have the Six of Wands, Nine of Cups, and then the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So, long story short, no, you're not going to be feeling meh the whole time. I think maybe you will just be struggling a little bit to find like that balance. So it's okay, BB. I'll get you after Keith. Um, so I mean, in the middle of the reading here, you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is really like that card of like fulfilled wishes and granted wishes, that kind of thing. There's just this element of joy and abundance and just happiness here. You can just kind of see it radiating through this person. And then over here we have the Six of Wands. This is feeling like you're standing out and being recognized, being getting that notoriety that you feel like you deserve for the hard work and passion and stuff you are putting out there into the world. Uh and and just feeling like, you're finally being seen in the light that you feel like you should be seen in. But on the other side, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this is a sign during Mercury. Maybe don't accept gifts from people. Uh, Usually, the Six of Pentacles upright is about wanting to be fairly generous, like generous with your time, generous with your money, generous with stuff like that. But in reverse, it's the sign that, that whatever is coming towards you that seems a little too generous probably is, and just, avoid it. But otherwise, in terms of just how whether you're going to be feeling meth the whole time, I would say absolutely not. I feel like you'll start to find that balance there. Just be wearisome of gift givers. I think it's more so like, if it's too good to be true, um, but I feel like you never listen to me anyway, so I know your ass played the lottery, even though I told you not to. But yeah, I think that this Mercury in retrograde is gonna be fine for you eventually. Yep. Yeah, Luke, I found out Jerry Springer died earlier. That's crazy. Um, I don't know what it is with you guys and exes, like, people are exes for a reason. Who cares what they feel? Hope they feel nothing, you know? Like, let's see though what the cards say. The cards might disagree with me. They have in the past. You're welcome, Keith. And besides, we are in tourist season, so like this is the best season ever. Yeah, I think the cards disagree with me a little bit here. Um, I think that they are wanting to move on, but having a hard time doing it. So we have Ace of Cups, King of Wands, Ace or Eight of Cups in reverse. So we have a lot of that cup energy. We Ace of Cups is about wanting to start like a new love and start a new journey in terms of intimacy and relationships. But on the opposite side here, with the Eight of Cups in reverse, I think they are having a hard time letting go of old things. So emotionally, they're still hung up. Um, and in the middle, though, this is where I feel like they're focusing on trying to move on, and that is what their focus is we have this King of Pentacles in the middle. This guy right now is relaxed, looking forward instead of looking back. The king knows what it is that they need to do, and even though they might not have done it yet, that they have set the goal to do it. So there's that stability in regard to that. So I feel like while they might still have a few hangups, they're still like a little hung up on things with you emotionally. I think that their main goal and their like conscious desire is to push forward and find something new. So, you know, a little bit of both kind of going on here, a little bit of thinking of the ex, a little bit of trying to think towards the future coming from KV. So, hope that helps. Your birthday is in 3 Fridays. Oh, I think your birthday's 2 days after mine. All right, Jasmine, you're up next. Let's see. EH's current thoughts about you. EH's current thoughts about Jasmine. Ooh, this EH person seems really interested. Let's see what else. Last card here. Oh, okay. So we have the Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups, and Nine of Swords in reverse. I think that this person really likes you. I will say that maybe they have not yet made that known because they haven't made that known because they have been trying to get over their own anxieties about stuff, their own fears about this stuff. They've just kind of been in their own heads. Maybe they kind of suffer from anxiety. So it's been something that they have been having a hard time letting go of, but they are in the process of doing so. Um, and they are, because of that, wanting to look ahead and look to the future and letting that stress go. So we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups, though, is a little interesting. So actually, let me start. I'll kind of work my way back. We'll go with the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is oftentimes referred to as like the family card. This is where a lot of times it can pop up and relate to your family, or really desiring a family and having those goals in mind. So I feel like maybe he sees you as someone he could do that with, but I wonder if you're the only one he sees that with. Um, like if he's kind of keeping his options open with the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups can be really about having these different choices, but also almost living in like a bit of a fantasy world where you're not taking the world up on any of the choices. So while I say that, it looks good with this 10 of Cups, and it looks good with this 9 of Swords, trying to release that stress and open themselves up to moving on. I just worry that, you're not the only one he's wanting to move on to. At least not at this time. Well, that's good. I mean, as long as you both have options, then at least, you know, what more can you ask for, I guess? Yeah, I mean, but ultimately just like the simple answer to your question, I think they like you. I would say that they like you. They just uh, you're just one choice out of many. But I will say too, if you'd prefer him as an option, you might want to like go ahead and just communicate that to him. Ugh, excuse me, my nose is itching. TD, I got your tip. All right, let me see, TD. There it is. The pop-ups are so slow. All right, so I'm going to take my Ko-Fi reading real quick. So you want to know, I'm going to just put it in the chat so I can like see it full on. All right, so you want to know how this guy really feels about you and if he'll give you a chance. His nickname is Finesse. I don't know. These aren't good signs. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the oracle says for you in regards to this guy, if he'll give you a chance and how he's really feeling. Oof, goodness gracious. Let's pull one more. Okay, let's pull some tarot cards to go with it. Okay. Let's see what we have. We have 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and one more. 4 of Wands. Okay. So for our oracle cards up here, we're kind of like painting a picture here. So here we have Rising Sun. This is a card of hope and optimism. We have our Rising Tides. If you were here for our community read, this was the card of individualism and strength. That last one is also formlessness, but that doesn't pertain here. And then we have Death Valley. This is emptiness and hopelessness. So if you can see here, this is kind of painting a full cycle. Actually, let me pause. TD, are you in the chat? I'm gonna make sure you're hearing your reading. And then while we wait for TD, oh, you want it to be private. I'm sorry. Um okay. Uh let me I'm sorry about that. I wasn't understanding what you were looking for. So, um I can like type it up for you after, or uh you I'd really like you, right? Usually what I do with the tips is if you send a tip during my live, I do it live. But if you'd rather this be private, we can figure something out. Just message me on Instagram and we'll figure it out. I can always just send you the message in Kofi. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'll do. So I'm gonna just take a quick picture. If you don't want it on live, I will take a quick picture and we'll come back. Okay. Well, then I will type it up after my live and I will send it to you, okay? So just I'll make sure to explain better in the future, guys. If you send me a tip during live stream, I'm going to do your reading live. But if you would like private readings, you can still go to my Kofi and purchase a private reading. Sorry for the confusion. Uh, Jazz, two men. Go ahead, put your question in the chat. I have S in the queue. I have me, Geraldine, and then TD. If you do want a public reading, I can. You're in the queue, so I can do one for you if you had something else as like a precursor. Yeah. Oops. Love, you are currently, I think you're S. Are you S? You're probably next. So I closed the queue, guys, but whoever is in is in. Don't let that like scare you. I'm just making it so more people can't join. Love, you must have joined. You must be okay. I see you in the queue. You're after S. Sorry. Sometimes Streamlabs and YouTube don't like if you changed your name recently, Streamlabs is like slow. It's like in a different time zone. And will sometimes not update. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. S, if you are in the chat, go ahead, put your question. And guys, if you're enjoying this live stream, use that thumbs up button for me. Hi, Twinkle. I like that name. Well, PS, take any action towards me. more card. Here we go. Got that Eight of Cups is just running rampant today. Um, so we have the Knight of Cups, we have Temperance in reverse, and then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like they will take action, but um maybe for the wrong reasons. So the in the middle here we have temperance. Temperance is usually about balance and kind of walking, like a middle path, not taking any extremes, but in reverse, there's this just imbalance that happens. Things just there is no harmony. Things kind of start to unravel because things are just they're in flux too much. So um I feel like they will, but it's going to be very chaotic. I don't know that it's necessarily energy that you want to willingly accept back into your life. So over here we have the king, or the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups can really sometimes be a fun card, but in the negative, which I kind of feel I'm pulling out of all of this, is that they might be really charming, feel like they are emotionally in tune with you, but underlying there's like a little bit of chauvinism that's happening where perhaps they are not showing this to just you, they are doing this to other people, or they have in the past, and really they are kind of putting on a little bit of a front where it's like the calm before the storm. Um, and I worry that, there's this like chaotic energy here with the temperance in reverse. And then there is this inability to let go of things. So I feel like they are trying to come back, or whatever actions, I feel like they are taking these actions for the wrong reasons. They're doing it because they don't want to let go of the situation. They don't want to move on. They are too like emotionally invested, and it is kind of, I feel like it's going to turn into sort of a like toxic, rocky kind of situation. So short answer, yes. Medium answer, yes. At at what risk though, and then kind of have your long answer. So I would say with this, in this regard, go with your gut, go with, how things feel. Take things slow and make sure you are the balance in things, because if you're not, if the if PS is not going to provide that balance, then you need to keep that straight head so that way you can process what's going on around you. All right, love, you are up next. And then I will end with Geraldine. You're so welcome. Sounds good, love. And then TD, I will send your question in Kofi. Yes, you're welcome for the clarity. Anytime, that is why I'm here. Oh, wow, you're from South Africa? What time is it over there? All right, love. How is Joji viewing and feeling about you? One more card. Let's see. One more card. Ugh, okay. Goodness. All right. Sorry, guys. One more card. I get a little like butterfingers by the end of the night. Here we go. So we have the Three of Swords, the King of Wands in reverse, and then the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups has been popping up a lot lately. It's very interesting. So, I guess we'll just kind of go in order. I wonder, is this gonna be your first date? Oh my gosh, it's 2:15 a.m. You are a trooper, Geraldine. And happy Friday to you. Earth Angel, my queue is actually closed for the night. I will be back next Thursday. So the Three of Swords, the reason I asked if they have recently got out of a relationship or just dealing with stress or whatever, because the Three of Swords is about just being sorrowful, dealing with grief and heartbreak. So I feel like this is actually really low time for Joji, and I think that is really reflected here in the King of Wands in reverse. Oh, you were saying yes to the first date? Okay. But so I wonder then if like they had some recent, oh, okay. That's fair. So I feel like though that this is still like a low period that's happening, and the King of Wands is uh, the King of Wands is like a little I think he popped up earlier. He could be a bit like explosive sometimes, which sometimes people instead of like letting their sadness out, tend to get angry. I don't think that it's malicious though, just based off of the cards around it. And then also I wonder, over here we have the Four of Cups playing off of everything that's going on here. I feel like there's this little bit of apathy. So I don't know though, actually, like in regard to your date, I feel like they are just going through something right now, and hopefully the date pulls them out of it, but I don't know, just because I didn't ask that. But um I would say that they are struggling. So the good thing though about the Four of Cups, and even though it's a little bit more of an apathetic card, we have this desire, at least in this card, the way that I see it. Desire for warmth is just, they haven't quite gotten there yet. So I feel like maybe this date might be the thing that gets them out of their head and gets them feeling like they can be on the track to romance again. So I do wish you luck in that regard. I just, feel for whatever is going on with this dude right now. Or, person. I don't mean to assume gender. Yeah, you're welcome. I hope your date goes well, though. All right, Geraldine, finish us off. What is your question? Ooh, I'm cracking. I need to get off of here and pack. You're welcome. Let's see. Specific career for Geraldine. Oh, goodness. Dropping piles of cards is sign that I need to finish for the night. Um, okay, so you have Justice in Reverse. I really like this Justice card. Okay, you have Justice in Reverse, you have the Four of Wands, and then you have the Ace of Swords. I feel like, you this something where you feel like you can really be part of a community and do things that are happy and joyful for people, but also allows you to learn and grow and just really live up to whatever potential you feel like you have. And it could be a various thing of potentials. Like the first thing that came to mind is, so with Justice in Reverse, it feels like you're looking for something that isn't too rigid, like where you can uh where you feel like things are out of your control and um you're welcome, BB. um where things feel like you're out of control and there's like this sort of cutthroat environment where things really aren't fair. It's really based off of like, nepotism or favoritism, that kind of stuff. I feel like you need more freedom than that, a little bit, where you can be creative, where you can be thoughtful, where you can learn new things, and also be around people. Like one of the things that popped into my mind immediately seeing these cards is like party planning or event planning, or doing some sort of coordination in that regard, where you get to be around different people, but you still get to be creative. You learn about them, you learn about the industry, that kind of thing. But you also have the freedom to do stuff. So while people usually in this field are, the customer tells you their idea, you get the chance to make it come to life. So you put that creativity, that spark behind their ideas. That way, that's kind of what I see from this. um Let me see what else I would say too, that this could also be artsy, but in a more community kind of way. um I don't know if you do like, if you have a background in the arts at all, but this could be like working in a theater or like working at a gallery, something like that, where maybe you yourself aren't being creative, but you get to see other people's creativity around you and you still get to learn about people's art, that kind of stuff. So I would say, think about the things, as I was describing, where you can be creative, where you can learn new things, where you can be around different people, and figure out what things pop into your mind. This is probably a good thing for you to like write down the reading, write down the description, and then journal it as ideas come to you, and then research that field. Because obviously I don't know what's easy to get into or difficult to get into, what you need a degree and that kind of stuff, but um yeah, at least this way you have some ideas. And just make sure, like I said before, with the Justice in Reverse, avoid anything that's too rigid, where it feels like, people are a little more cutthroat and stuff like that. And not to say that these aren't competitive, it's just more so of a creative competitiveness versus like a I'm gonna win at all costs and climb the corporate ladder kind of thing. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on a Thursday. Geraldine, you are welcome. I hope that helps. And you'll have to let me know what ideas you come up with. And get some rest. It's late over there. But yeah, I will catch you guys next Thursday. Even though my away thing will say Friday, I'm here for Thursdays for the time being. Oh, you were in customer service. Yeah, customer service can be such a thankless job though. So that doesn't give me the creativity and community that I get from the Four of Wands. But all right, I digress. I am out of here, guys. I will see you later. Bye.